On July 26, 1999, Nigeria's Commander-in-Chief, President Olusegun Obasanjo, led a high-powered delegation of political and military leaders to Monrovia, Liberia. They were there at the invitation of the Liberian President, Charles Taylor, to celebrate the end of a decade-long civil war and the successful election that had brought Taylor, a former rebel leader, to power as the democratically elected president of Liberia. Nigeria played a critical role in bringing peace to the war-torn nation through the efforts of ECOMOG and the West African Peacekeeping Force. The Nigerian delegation included both past and present ECOMOG force commanders. This event was also marked by a symbolic destruction of weapons from the Civil War. At the ceremony, President Taylor was full of praise for Nigeria's leadership in restoring peace to his country. However, by 2003, Taylor had lost control over much of Liberia and was facing immense international pressure. President Obasanjo offered him asylum in Nigeria on the condition that he stayed out of Liberian politics. By 2006, Liberia had a new leader, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She formally requested Taylor's extradition to face war crime charges for his role in the civil conflicts. 3 days after Nigeria announced its intention to hand him over, Taylor vanished from the seaside villa where he had been living in exile. On March 29th, he was arrested while trying to cross into Cameroon through the border town of Gamboru in northeast Nigeria. On May 3, 2006, Charles Taylor was sentenced to 50 years in prison for 11 counts of aiding and abetting war crimes and crimes against humanity, making him the first former head of state to be convicted by an international tribunal. He was 64 years old at the time of his sentencing. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.
I want to express here today how happy I am. Now, one would wonder if one should be happy at 152. That's the right age, but it also tells us that to reach 152, you must be blessed. And so we must say here today that we feel blessed by Almighty God. A few days ago, I was very concerned, Mr. President, about the weather. Because last year it rained cats and dogs. And so this year I said, well, I will pray for good weather. And the good Lord did give us good weather. And He showered blessings on me as I made my speech. I know the Lord has been good to this country and will continue to be good. But, Mr. President, as we move forward to the beginning of a new century and the beginning of a new millennium, we must be in haste to come to grip with our own situations, our own problems, and find solutions to solving them. I spoke the last time about a very strange world out there. The world is strange right now. Regions of the world appear to be fighting for themselves, and countries historically that have been known to be generous are buckling in. And so we are finding out that regionally, bound by culture and language and practices and friendship and brotherhood, we must bind together even closer. This is the second time in less than 30 days or so that you, our big brother, have come to join me and the Liberian people in celebrating and merrymaking and discussions about our common destiny. Nigeria is an important country, not just on the African continent, but on this planet. And because you are important, we want to help. And someone might say, but how can you help an important country? We want to help foster discussions and interactions into ways and means of forging this common patrimony and making it good for the West African sub-region. We believe that the lead is yours. And I realize that you have accepted that role because you are playing it out in a very organized and diligent way, not by reason of might, but by reason of humbling yourself as you talk to smaller countries in the sub-region and on the continent. And we appreciate everything that you are doing. We believe that as Nigeria gets stronger, a little bit will rub off on all of us. And so we want to encourage your strength because we see that your utilization of strength now is not destructive. You are utilizing your strength in a very subdued and a very encouraging way. We all gonna hang on. We want to help in forging these discussions. As you have come again to celebrate with us on our independence, Mr. President, and as all of our colleagues in the sub-region, to heads of delegations that have come, we want to extend our thanks and appreciation to your heads of state through you. Deepest thanks and appreciation. After all of the ups and downs, West Africa is our home. We are one people. Whatever differences that may have been, we have to solve them face to face. This is not the time that leaders can afford in this sub-region and say, well, I'm mad at X, and so I'm not going there, or he can't come here. You're going to have to face me if you're mad at me, because I want to see you. Because I believe that the new millennium is a challenge, and that challenge can be solved if we are together, speaking for one another, being our brother's keepers, because, again, there's a mad, mad, mad world out there. Some people don't understand our culture. Some people don't understand our practices. Some people do not understand our behavior. Some people are trying to subject us to their own kind of culture and interaction. And they don't understand us. Because we understand ourselves, we must bind together. I'm not going to hold you because I could go on for a long time. But I just want to say that I want to ask you to raise your glasses. want us to drink to the unity of West Africa and the African continent. That we in Africa will enter the new millennium being our revolution. Thank you very much. I just did it.
Mr. President, distinguished guests, I have the honor now to present to you His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo, President of the
Thank you very much. President Charles Taylor. Your Excellency, First Lady.
Your Excellency, the First Lady, Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highness, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, for me, as I said to you the other day, I can never be tired of coming here. And when you said that if I am tired of the villa, I should come to the mansion, I did not realize how quickly you are going to get the mansion. Now that you have got the mansion already so quickly, then you seem to be inviting trouble for us. Mr. President, I stand here on behalf of myself, on behalf of all the members of my entourage, on behalf of our government, and on behalf of all Nigerians, to say congratulations to you, the government, and all our members of Nigeria. Thursday will go down as a special day in the history of West Africa, particularly in the history of this country. Some people will probably say you are celebrating two things. I would say you are celebrating three things. And three things that are most significant. And because they are most significant, they are finished. Yes, independence anniversary must be celebrated because it comes once in a year and it's a good memory of what our forefathers have achieved, what they left behind for us. And that you are celebrating, and it was celebrated. And we felicitate with you for celebrating your independence anniversary. As you can see how we feel when you talk of 162nd anniversary, and we are not even talking of the 40th anniversary yet. I'm glad you that you are our female brother. There's another significant thing, to me, extremely significant, that took place today. There is a symbolic destruction of the weapons that were collected as a result of disarmament after dispensation of hostility. See, as you yourself pointed out, it is one of the largest, if not the largest, such disruption since the end of the Second World War. It is taking place in our West African sub-region. Our sub-region which we want to create into a haven of peace. And nothing can be more significant. Nothing can be more symbolic. Nothing can really be a monumental event for peace in this occasion than what you have done today. And you can imagine what happened if because inside Nigeria or armed outside Nigeria, they could find they could find their way into wrong hands. And I was doing the calculation when you said over 2 million rounds of ammunition. And I said, if you say you put those ammunition in the hands of very, very bad shot, and he will now use 100 rounds to kill one person. Now, 100 rounds per person. I was when you mentioned that, I was just doing that mental arithmetic. That's as much as well, you said about 1,000 rounds of artillery, bombs, shells, RPG, and all that stuff. For you, sir and man, those are heavier. And those are the ones that when they slap on this roof and it falls here, it will get rid of all of us. But these will now be destroyed. Some have already been destroyed, the rest will be destroyed. And those who now have any doubt, anybody still has doubt, that here in this region, we need to struggle and to achieve peace at all costs. A better peace. Especially when, as we did not too long ago, only about 2 weeks ago in Orchard, the resolution tabled by me, which was unanimous, that the year 2000 should be declared by all of us as the year of peace, security, and solidarity in Africa. We can say to the world that we in this region have started to work for the year of peace, security, and solidarity in Africa. Common force. In this country. And you said to me that this particular action will remove some of the ill feeling. It's not removing ill feeling, really not. As the important issue is the appreciation by the government and the people of Nigeria, of the families and the sacrifice of their brothers and sisters of the rest of West Africa that I find most so like what you said on your own to ask people to say bad things about your own. And me, I like good things to be said about my own. That I say things must be good in Nigeria. Things are good in Nigeria. Things I will not be happy. I want many Nigerians to come here. And then these are the things that are good here. Because if we do not, we will not be able to deal with those issues, economic issues, security issues, that we cannot successfully deal with individually as a country. The best way to deal with them is collectively as a region. And let's solidarity. Yes. Unity and solidarity. Where's that analysis?